Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Apsey and...
I'm Daryl Nicholson, who's been missing in action. I do apologise. It's mate, it's just been a hell of a few days. It's been unreal, and I just got to say, life's just busy at the moment. And I did take a day on the couch, and but the last 2 days, just crazy, mate, just crazy. But just the Toowoomba Sports Club is busy. It's flat out. But yeah, there you go, mate. It's Thursday, the 15th of October, 2020. A low of 9, which was all right. Had just a little doona pulled up. Didn't have a full
bit of chill this morning.
So it's now 17 degrees. Feels like 15. High of 25, and mate, rain
0%,
10%. But
of how much? Less than 1 millimetre.
the other Monday or Tuesday.
Yesterday was 30% chance. There were clouds all over. It said it was going to be mostly sunny, which I mean it was at about 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Mostly sunny. But all morning, clouds everywhere, freezing wind, not a skerrick of rain in 30% chance.
Unreal. We're coming to you live from Travel Mugs Coffee, mate. Margaret Street's looking better now with the blockade of that petition's now back.
The petition's back, actually, and it should be. They're on the last legs. So Carnival Lane is very, very close to finishing.
Yep.
And we saw Councillor Megan O'Hara-Sullivan was out having a look at it yesterday.
All right, okay.
She was out the back sort of inspecting the site. Not obviously as a councillor because she's on unpaid leave running for the state campaign in Toowoomba North.
Okay, yep.
And everything going quite positive over in Toowoomba North from what I'm being told.
Yeah,
so.
definitely, yeah. Look, it's going to be interesting. 16 days, we're off to the polls, so you can pre-poll. Have they closed off the mailing for that, or you can still get postal votes?
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow you can apply for a postal vote. Everyone should have received their cards this week in the mailbox.
I think I got mine. I haven't opened my mail yet.
So I've got mine. I've got mine for Condamine.
Yep, okay.
And I've got the list of all the candidates, and we'll do that on the political show. We'll go through all the candidates and what their main policies are. And if you are a political candidate and you want to come on the on-air political discussion, by all means reach out to us. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, love to talk to you. So, mate, tonight, this is quite unusual at Rumours International, Scott's PCG graduation at Rumours International. So, a Warwick school having a graduation here. So, formal. So there'll be probably a cavalcade of cars about 5 o'clock driving around Toowoomba. So just be aware of that. But looking forward to that one tonight. I haven't done a function of Rumours.
It's great to see some local businesses benefiting from that, and it's good to see that small businesses being supported by local organisations.
Yep. And speaking of formals, Gay Hold doing an amazing job with Project School Formal. The shop's set up in the Australia Arcade. The Collins, Mr. Collins and his son John, Phil Collins and John have given up the space there for Gay, and the beautifully set out the thing there. But what they want to do is...
Has your pink suit gone yet?
No, it's still there. I saw it hanging up.
Look, if you're really after a pink suit and you're looking at graduating and you want to just really stand out, there's a great pink suit there that you can pick up. So
I got a message from Kim Stokes. Kim's doing a lot of work helping Gay with this, and really take my hat off to Kim. So she's saying to me, what we really need to focus on is continuing to get more dresses and suits out to the kids, not only in Toowoomba, but across Queensland. So, and they've got until November 14 to do that, because then all the school formals roll out from there. Rumours are doing 5 formals in a row on formal week. 5 nights of school formals.
That's great.
That's amazing, isn't it? So, listen, they don't need any more donations. They need the kids to order the suits, order the dresses, order the shoes. They can get them shipped. So they've got a really good structure of people, of volunteers. They've got plenty of stock. They've got a COVID plan, and they've got a company that will freight stuff for them for free to any location. They even sent some stuff up to the Northern Territory last year. So, look, there's hundreds of dresses, so we really want to get that out there. So if you know some kids that are doing it tough and need a hand with their school formal, with a suit, dress, any accessories, reach out to Project School Formal on Facebook. And again, thanks to Kim Stokes for that message yesterday, and I'll talk to you. And I've got to catch up with Gay, mate. Look at this. Just a mess. I haven't had a haircut for 2 months.
And it's getting greyer and greyer from all the stress.
Yeah, I know, all the stress and watching all the politics on TV. I'll talk about that later.
Don't talk to me about politics.
Local and Live is on Saturday night, so I'm not hosting it this time round. So I am thinking about going down and just watching some acts. I've got to work again on Saturday, so I'll just see how I feel Saturday night. But support local artists. I've just got to find who's playing, actually. Do you remember who's playing? Kathy sent me a text yesterday. So
we've got James Roll.
He's not. Oh, it hasn't got it on here. There's a totally different array of bands this time round.
I haven't quite seen it this time.
So that, local and live, again, getting in support artists down there as well. Mate, I walked in the office this morning, the studio, and sunflowers. What's going on?
Sunflowers galore.
Should have bought one sunflower up and show it off, but
yeah.
So you're selling sunflowers?
Well, yeah. Some friends of mine approached the shop here, and they said, "Oh, look, we've got all these sunflowers left over from a harvest that they did wholesale."
Okay.
So they were wondering if I wanted to take them on board, and
here we go. Look at that. I love sunflowers. There's a sunflower growing in Margaret Street up near the hotel up there, and it's huge. Got a massive.
See, that's the big. These aren't quite the big ones.
No.
But there's a nice selection to pick from. You can pick up one sunflower for $5 or a bunch for $20.
That's great. So that's
and I will do my best to wrap them.
That's down at Travel Mugs. So that is a great idea. So come down and grab them.
And that's supporting the local agricultural businesses around the area. So
got to talk to this fella who grows these.
Symbiotic.
Yeah, symbiotic
business.
Well, it's not going to stand up there. So, mate, Radix on today.
It's almost like a microphone.
Yeah, it is.
The old school ones.
You've got the CBD Radic on today. So
another meeting for the CBD Revitalisation Advisory Committee with the Chamber of Commerce today. Really big success with the Carnival in the CBD project that was run by that.
Yep.
So all the CBD businesses dressed up their shop fronts. Ours has still got all the stuff on the windows because it's chalk pen and it'll make too much mess if I clean it off.
There's still a lot of windows still dressed up, which is great.
And it's today going to discuss a couple of things, but I believe that we may be looking at another event later in the year, closer to maybe December, New Year's.
Righto.
Christmas, New Year's.
Yep, okay. Looking forward to the Chamber of Commerce Business Awards, so I'm going to get tickets to that one and go to that one because I can't work it, so I won't be able to work at that event, so I'll have to go as a member of the public and enjoy a bottle of wine. So we're into buying tickets. We should get a table together of 10.
You get to buy a ticket.
Oh, that's right, yes. Oh, you get yours free, but in here.
Well, as a gift.
As a gift, okay,
yes.
Righto. Okay, so that's sort of local, what's going on. Don't forget a farmers markets are on again this Saturday, and the PCYC markets are on also. Mate, national news, West End Brewery in South Australia is closing down. Lion Nathan are throwing the towel in. Just too many boutique breweries and craft beers have brought a halt to that brewery. It closes in June, so that's pretty sad for South Australia. That brew's been around for a long time. And I remember growing up, we used to go to a bottle shop, mate. We'd drive in and you know what was there? Just Forex. You'd just say, give us a carton. Now you go in, you've got to pull up, walk around. Like I walked around First Choice yesterday. So many beers. There's so many different beers. And a mate of mine went to a brewery, I don't know where it was, in Brisbane or the Gold Coast, and the guy makes a beer. It was Ross, actually, I'll tell you. It was Ross, and the guy goes, you've got to try my beer. And Ross goes, no, I just want an ordinary Great Northern or something, you know. No, try my beer. And he said, okay. And he went like this, and the guy said, what's the matter? He goes, if I wanted perfume, I would have asked for perfume. The guy made a really perfumey, flowery beer, you know. Tastes like
well, it's a bit like gin.
Yeah,
I mean, people know that
love your gin.
I'm into my gins, and sort of going 10 years ago, you go into a bar and they'd have maybe Gordon's, Bombay Sapphire, might have Tanqueray. That was pretty much it. 3 or 4 choices at most. You walk into most bars now and there's about 40 choices.
Well, Phil Curry, when he was up there, number 1, Mr. Entertainment.
Gin Sanity.
The Gin Sanity, yeah. There was just 100 gins that you could choose from.
There's a place in New Zealand. And not only do they specialise in the gins, but they specialise in partnering it with the correct tonic as well.
Okay, all right.
And the correct garnish.
Okay.
So the perfect gin and tonic.
Wow, gin and tonic.
Some gin and tonics are good with lemon, some are good with limes, and some are better with cucumber. It depends on the gin.
Growing up, Mum and Dad always said gin and tonic was for people who were depressed. It's a depressing drink.
Yeah, well, gin and tonic helps me with my mental health.
Alcohol helps me with my mental health. Virgin CEO might step down, mate. He's having differences with the owner, the American owner of the airline, so he wants to make it a budget airline, and the Virgin CEO's in a bit of a fight, so he might step down. So be interested to see how that pans out. So
it's really interesting. People go, we want to make it a budget airline. The budget airlines are the ones going down the toilet right now.
Exactly.
Because no one can travel.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter how cheap the flights are, no one can travel.
Yep. Dan got challenged in Melbourne, mate, and
he's never
voted no confidence, and he got through.
Of course he's going to get through. They've got majority in both houses.
Yeah, okay. Gladys, same thing. Gladys, they had a go at her yesterday, and she got through, so be interested to see how that washes out today with Daryl.
Well, there's another ICAC hearing down there.
He's in the stand for the second day today, Daryl. So
Daryl Maguire.
Yep.
From Wagga Wagga. And Petty.
So they reckon they might call Gladys back after his testimony today.
We'll see how that goes down there.
Apparently she's been relieved of a summons, but she might have to go back. So I don't know. I thought I was having a long week. I think she's having a really long week.
She is. Yeah, I can imagine the stress and the anxiety she's feeling. So.
And look, you got to have a personal life, and she said it was a personal life. There was a bit of a phone call where he mentioned he made a bit of money, and she said, well, I maybe shouldn't have heard that, but so anyhow, see how that washes out. And mate, I don't know, Anna's getting a lot of positive stuff coming up to the election, and I might say, I was saying to you off camera, 2 weeks since Carnival, no coronavirus,
no corona here,
is locking the border worked. A lot of people are saying she's done a great job, so
yep.
October 31 we will see.
I don't know. It's interesting to see how it will play out. I think it could either be a minority government or Labor will win a majority in their own right.
Yeah, it's
unfortunately, it looks like the opposition may remain the opposition. So we'll see what the fallout is, I guess, post October 31st.
Yeah. Well, I think Anastasia Palaszczuk's got a lot of support, and I think she'll definitely be back in. So Paris are going to start lockdowns and curfews tonight, 9 till 5 in the morning, I think they're saying. So it looks like the Rona is rearing its ugly head again in Paris, and also in the UK. Boris Johnson's under a bit of pressure. Oh, by the way, disgraceful behaviour at Queensland University with splashing a Commonwealth car with red paint, and the officers there. I mean, I'm totally embarrassed. And what's his name? Our Prime Minister, ScoMo's office got attacked too. I think there was some red paint thrown.
At
Dan Andrews' office as well. There's no need for that.
There isn't. Peaceful protesting is okay. We know that.
I don't mind that.
It's when you start causing property damage and being a public nuisance, that's where there is, for me, there's an issue. I did see an article yesterday that some protesters were arrested, 5 protesters were arrested because they were walking around with body paint instead of a shirt, 5 female protesters. So, it's interesting. Are they a public nuisance if they've got body paint? Because that's art. A lot of people would claim that is art. It's very artistic to have body paint.
So do I think that's art.
It's not causing a public nuisance. It's no different, I think, to a mother feeding a child, breastfeeding. They've done what they can to cover up in a semi-appropriate way, but they were arrested for public nuisance for showing their chest.
Okay. Interesting times. So once again, I'm just going to wind back to Project School Formal. Any kids that you know that are graduating this year that need a hand with a formal dress, a suit,
cummerbunds,
cufflinks, shoes, hats.
Are they doing stuff for adults for the Melbourne Cup? Is there like a Project Melbourne Cup?
No, there's no Project Melbourne Cup, no.
Because I've always wondered where the women get the hats from.
Yeah, there is a lady in town that does them, a Milner, Jenny, can't think of her last name, Jenny, but she makes budget hats for Melbourne Cup and that sort of stuff. So, but the 14th of November is the cut-off for Project School Formal. Get those requests in. There's a great team of volunteers there. Kim Stokes and Gay Hold are really doing a lot of work on this, and the great team of volunteers. So reach out to Project School Formal. Mate, that's going to wrap me up. Have you got anything else? Yeah, the flood mitigation at Oakey. Oh yeah, it's on hold. It's a $98 million, what do you call it, a project or
infrastructure,
flood mitigation
infrastructure projects, and that falls under Carol and Melissa Taylor's portfolio. Because it's infrastructure, and that's where they sit. They put that on hold to do an additional study. So it's not that it's not going to get built. So it's not a dam council. Even the pun. Dam council. They're not going to build it. They're doing another study to make sure that it is the right thing, the right construction, the right placement, all that sort of stuff, which is not a bad thing. They want to make sure they've got it right.
So we're in October.
Because the last thing you want is them to do this flood mitigation project and it to fail. Because when they fail, there's a lot worse disaster than if they just allowed the water to flow naturally. The big concern, though, is that they're putting this project off as we're going into a La Nina event, which is going to be very similar, according to the Bureau of Meteorology, to 2011, where we saw a lot of flooding, even flash flooding in the CBD of Toowoomba. So.
Well, Oakey flooded, and a lot of areas flooded. Dolby, Oakey.
But it went on for over 12 months. Because we got it here, and then we got it again in 2012.
That's right.
We got huge rain events, and they just couldn't predict them. All of a sudden, 100 millimetres fell in the space of half an hour. Going to be interesting. So, as I said to you, it's October. Let's hope they can get some of that work done for Oakey before January, February, because there is going to be a lot of rain. So, God knows we need it. So, but there's 10% chance of rain today. I reckon there's zero. It doesn't help that we go from one extreme to another in Australia. We go from drought where no grasses or anything grow to outright flooding before there's even a chance of grasses and vegetation growing back on riverbanks, because grasses and vegetation can slow the flow of water. It's great in flood mitigation works. So maybe it could just be a case of, well, in the meantime, we need to go out and we need to plant flood mitigation vegetation along those riverbanks to help slow the spread of any water. Let's good hardy grasses.
Use nature to help nature. So, okay, well that's it. Thursday the 15th of October in the year 2020, most extraordinary year. I'm Daryl Nicholson, Toowoomba 4358 TV, more than just a postcode.
And as always, remember to like and share us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, check us out on Instagram. If you have any complaints about the show, please forward them directly to us.
Sorry.
That would be appreciated. And look, if you've got any news stories you'd like us to pass comment on, then we're more than happy to do it. We don't really create content. We talk about what's already out there. So
that's right.
Thanks for joining us with Good Morning Toowoomba. I'm Ben Apsey.